sorry. I didn't see you.
It's okay. Hi.
Hi. I'll get out of your way.
No, it's all right. I can't stay here anyway. What time is it?
11 o'clock.
Oh, well, I can finish this tomorrow. Maybe I'll never finish it. Lots and lots of population growth statistics.
Oh, well, good night.
No word about Washington. Come on. How was it? Did you have a good time?
No. At least I got started on a decent column. The weather was good, so it wasn't a total loss. Ryan manage okay?
Sure. But hey, what happened to the reflecting pool in the moonlight and you and Mary and all that? Huh. You were so excited.
She shouldn't have asked me to come. I shouldn't have gone.
What happened? Well, no, if you'd rather not.
We didn't have time. Extra interview this afternoon, extra work tonight.
Oh, Jack, I'm sorry.
What are you gonna do?
I expected you to come bounding in here tomorrow all renewed and happy.
Yeah, I had a few expectations myself.
You must be furious.
I don't know.
Well, did you get a chance to tell Mary that?
Siobhan, she wasn't exactly curled up on the sofa waiting for me. She breezed in and out with Thatcher and 1,000 apologies, and that was it. Basically, what I said to her was hello and goodbye. I don't mean to be snarling at you. I'm sorry.
If you can't snarl at a friend.
That's the nicest thing anybody said to me all day.
Wish I could do more.
Thank you.
It's a little cold in here. I ought to get a robe.
I ought to check on Ryan.
I was going to be late. I told you this morning.
You did?
Yeah. What's the matter?
I've been treated like a fool, that's what's the matter, and all I've been doing is sitting around here all night remembering what he said to me with nobody to hear my side of it. Oh, Roger, I'm really glad you're home.
I'm having a rather intense deja vu experience.
What?
Well, this is all about Johnny and the Ryans and...
Of course.
Well, it's just like this morning. Deja vu, the feeling that you've been through a given moment before.
This is not at all like this morning. It's a lot worse. You're just gonna be a professor and say foreign words. We don't have to talk at all.
I'm sorry. We'll try again, but over here. I've been on my feet for the last 3 hours, and my foot is acting up. Kind of dulls the sensitivity, makes me say the wrong things. Now, who treated you like a fool?
My nails. Kevin.
Kevin McGinnis?
Yeah, Johnny's bartender. We don't know any other Kevin, do we? My bartender, for Pete's sakes, my employee. I just went over there, and I gave him a few notes, and all of a sudden...
Notes?
Yeah, notes, suggestions. Just 2 or 3 little ideas about how to shape things up fast. Well, I know Kevin doesn't take orders well, so I started out real carefully, but I no sooner opened my mouth when he went berserk. He just jumped all over me, he accused me, he insulted me, and Roger, he called me the most disgusting name.
What name?
Twit. He said I was a twit, a dumb, stupid old idiot. brainless twit, but I'm not stupid, Roger. I'm not.
Honey, of course you're not.
I'm smart. I learned that from Dr. Pagano and my commodities. But nobody over there believes it. And Kevin especially.
Honey, don't let Kevin get to you.
Well, I didn't. Not till now. I was okay at Rhines. I was tough.
I bet you were. What did you tell him?
I told Johnny. I told him to fire Kevin.
You did?
Yeah. I said, Johnny, I'm entitled to get what I want around here, and I want Kevin fired today. And I told him to call me when he'd done it.
Have you heard from him?
Not yet, but I expect that phone to ring any minute.
So then she announced she's going to be here every day, all day, to supervise every move we make. Rhines has to be more of a party, says she. So we're going to have green aprons and shamrocks and maps of Ireland wall to wall. Oh, and for yourself and myself, we're going to be wearing leprechaun outfits.
Oh, please.
Maybe so, John, but the gleam in her eye said yes.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
As God is my judge.
Well, look, you know I'd never give her a free hand in here.
But how are you going to stop her? Can you reason with a little twit?
Well, I'll think of something. And you know, you don't help any by baiting her the way you do. What did you call her anyway?
Twit, which she is.
That's all you call her, a twit? She wants me to fire you for that?
For telling the truth, right?
I happen to owe that girl $83,000. Now, how are we going to handle this thing?
Well, you've got to take a stand. I mean, if you don't do it the first time, you'll be under her heel forever.
Oh, come on, Kevin. Never had any trouble taking a stand with that girl. I put her in her place more times than I care to remember.
Since you signed over the bar to her?
Absolutely. I kept her out of that powwow in the kitchen this morning, didn't I? She was dying to know what Dave Feldman was saying to Maeve and to Frank. Under her heel.
Daddy?
Honey, since when are you in town?
Since today. And I'm staying in town, too, despite all your hard work. I can't believe you went behind my back like that.
Frank is my old friend. I had a talk with him. I knew you would find out sooner or later.
Hopefully later, like 30 years from now. What was your next ploy? The president offers me a job I can't refuse?
If you're suggesting that I would go to such lengths to keep you in Washington, you're wrong. I really don't have that kind of influence.
After all your talk when I was growing up, how you'd always help me understand my alternatives, but you'd never make my choices for me. You'd never interfere.
Darling, I have talked with your mother. I have thought. I have searched in my own heart. What became terribly clear to me is that even though you're a grown woman, I still have a father's responsibility
You
to...
have neither the responsibility nor the right to set a trap for me, and that's what you did. You tried to make them hold me in Washington no matter what I want. At least be honest now, Daddy. You didn't just talk to Frank. You talked to Bob, too.
Yes.
And you hoped I'd never find out. After I opened myself up to you, after I told you how wonderful this time is for me, how much I love Pat, after all that, you still tried to kill it.
Well, let's not use words
Well, you
like
did
that.
hope that I'd break up with Pat, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
It's up to you to choose the man I love, right?
No. No. It's only this one man that I know you should not love. Not as you do. Yes. Yes. I tried to manipulate you, and it was wrong. I hated it, even while I was doing it. I apologize.
I know you love me. I know you're worried, and Mama's so upset. Her eyes always fill up with tears every time she looks at me, but I've had too many years of being trusted to change now. I've been taught to use my mind and to take care of myself. Trust me to do that.
I trust you. But I also have a few years on you. Therefore, I can recognize a bad situation developing sooner than you. Will you at least grant me that possibility?
You are not me in my mind feeling what I feel.
And living for now. Yes, that's quite true.
So you did understand what I said in Washington.
Especially that part about no plans, no future, just now. I think it's the saddest statement I ever heard.
And to me, it's the happiest. I'm sorry we're so far apart.
Yes, I'm not used to this. We've always been so close.
I hope... Frank's agreed to let me transfer back to New York.
So I gathered.
Oh, I would have left Washington anyway. I would have quit the job with Frank. For better or worse, the most important thing is for me and Pat to be together now.
For better or worse.
Oh, Daddy. You look so tired.
So, when are you coming back to the city?
I should be moving back to New York within a day or two.
Your room is here, ready whenever you are.
Listen, it wouldn't work. I can't live here.
Of course you can.
No, it would be too upsetting for all of us. I've got to find my own place.
I wish you wouldn't. I mean, when you're in the city, this should be your own home.
It was. Maybe it will be again. But it isn't now.
Did you really mean what you said about not knowing if you're angry?
Uh-huh. Is that okay?
Well, it's pretty hard to buy.
Don't believe me. Matter of fact, don't even try to talk to me, Siobhan. Where I'm at tonight, chances are, if you try to be nice to me, I'll end up hurting your feelings or something. I don't know where I'm at.
You were doing all right a minute ago. I think anger's the magic word.
Forget it, huh?
Okay. I didn't mean to force myself on you. Night.
I did it again, already. I have this wonderful gift.
Did what?
Hurt your feelings. Don't try to be sweet and deny it. You reached out, I shut the door in your face. Story of my life.
Well, if I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't, then I'm gonna sit here and pound on the door for a while. Maybe stick my foot in.
Okay. If I'm angry, I don't feel it. I don't feel anything.
But you must have felt something with Mary.
I wasn't with Mary. I was only with Mary and Thatcher. I found the situation irritating, disappointing. But being a dynamite journalist, I made the most of it. I hustled over to Frank's. I picked up his latest paper on child health care. I got an angle on a story, and I started writing the column on the plane, and you'll read the results in the newspaper in a few days.
What did you just do?
I told you.
About your column.
Yeah.
When you were talking about your feelings, your lack of feelings. You're pretty good at dodging.
Love it. Love it when they explain me to myself. Ryan's favorite pastime.
If I were in your shoes, I know exactly how I'd feel. Invited down there like you were, and ignored the way you were, I'd feel abandoned, furious, and underneath that, probably very hurt. You're the one who got the door slammed in your face.
Interesting theory.
Does it apply?
To me? Who knows? What difference would it make? Still gonna be business as usual. I'm not gonna yell or scream or throw anything.
I'd feel better if you did. This is different than the way you're usually mad. It's all inside.
Oh, you want me to be hysterical?
Can't you let any of this out, Jack?
No. No, I can't.
Okay. I've done my bit. You and Mary will settle this, right?
I guess.
When's she coming home?
Tomorrow, next week.
Now that's the comment of a man who feels nothing.
I'm not gonna let it get in my way, Siobhan. Or Mary's.
Well, good luck.
Going to bed?
Maybe. I gotta get a robe. Why don't you just stay here and think your thoughts, and I'll go check on Ryan.
Okay.
You know, Mary's probably just as sad as you are.
Anything's possible.
You didn't hurt my feelings. Not even a little.
Good.
Suppose we write up a contract of sorts, John, a list of what we will and will not tolerate from Delia. You know, she's welcome here, but she's not welcome to be given orders and that kind of thing.
She'd just love that.
She doesn't have to love it. All she has to know are the rules.
She'd have to live by the rules, wouldn't she? That's just a pipe dream.
I don't know what you want me to say, John.
I've never stopped you before.
I mean, if you want my resignation, you can have it.
Let's just cut that nonsense out, will you, please?
I'd like to stay on, but under the circumstances...
Look, I don't want to hear any more of it. That's it. I asked the man for a way out, and he offers me his resignation.
Well,
That's fine. Look, I don't want to hear any more about quitting. You just try it, and you're fired.
Well, that's the first and last offer you'll get, and that you won't hear any more about it.
Good. I don't know. Drives me crazy trying to keep this thing a secret from Maeve.
I know.
I mean, I've shared all my financial problems with her, always, down to the last detail. If she knew the trouble I'm in right now...
She'd have you pull her the Cleary farm deal just like that.
Yeah. There goes her family land, and a piece of Maeve's heart, and her sister's. Look, Maeve must never know that I'm in debt, all right?
Well, you don't think I'd tell her, do you?
Well, it's not you I'm worried about.
Delia?
Yeah. That's why I'm inclined to placate her a little bit, throw her a bone, so to speak.
How?
Well, you could apologize to her.
For what?
Just say you're sorry for calling her a twit.
Well, that's a stunning idea. I beg her pardon. I ask her for forgiveness. I humbly apologize, Your Grace. I go down on my knees. Ask forgiveness. I'm sorry, Your Grace. Kiss the hem of her garment. I never more will call you little twit, you little twit.
Please get up before Maeve's comes walking out here.
John, that's the only apology that Delia'll get from me.
Yeah, but look...
John, I can't do it.
Are you sure you won't join me for a nightcap?
No. He wouldn't go to bed without calling me. You suppose he was so upset about having to fire Kevin that he had to lie down and he fell asleep? And then when Maeve tried to wake him, he could...
I find that highly unlikely.
Well, then why hasn't he called?
Well, it occurs to me that Johnny might be having difficulty firing his dearest friend.
Well, if he can't do it, I can. I'll just march right up to him and send him packing in 2 seconds.
What if Kevin doesn't want to go and Johnny doesn't want to force him? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I did. For a minute. And it made me think of Maeve. And I said to myself, gee, I really hope she never finds out what's happened to the business and their savings. Johnny would be really upset if he thought anybody'd tell her.
Boys and drama, oh my! Catch up with the 5 sexy singles who are putting a new spin on Southern charm. Don't miss an all-new Southern Bells Louisville, Thursday at 10 on SoapNet.